Hello everyone and welcome to week 8 of my pregnancy. Today is Wednesday, December 3rd, I think. Yeah. And today I am 8 weeks and 3 days pregnant. And I'm coming to you again from my bed. I was trying to do some last minute preparations and studying for my finals I have next week. And I'm finishing up a paper I had to write. So it dawned on me that I hadn't did a video yet for week 8, and I said, well, I might as well do it now, or it might not get done. Whew, where do I start? Well, hope everyone had a happy and safe Thanksgiving. I sure did. I ate plenty. I enjoyed myself. I didn't get to do much cooking because my mom came up from home, and she came to spend the weekend with me, and she wasn't having it. She didn't let me stay on my feet too long. She didn't let me cook much. She wouldn't let me bend down and get pots. And, she's being very overprotective with my pregnancy and the fact that I have twins. And, our family, I have just one set of twins in my family, and they're identical. And my family doesn't have much experience, with twins. And so, the older generations, and, they have their old wives' tales and their beliefs, and so I had to deal with all that commotion. But anyway, Thursday was fine. I did have a scare on Friday, the day after Thanksgiving. I woke up and I was cramping and I was spotting brown, like old blood. So I called my doctor and he wasn't in. Then another doc was covering for him. And I spoke with the staff there, and they said, well, go to the ER so that you can get all the tests that you need as soon as possible. So I'm like freaking out the whole time because I was actually cramping, and the brown, it was dark brown. So I was like, this isn't just a normal little spot. I was just really terrified. So I get to the ER. I was there for probably like 6 hours. And anyway, they started off with doing an IV. They took blood, they put an IV in me, they sent me to the ultrasound, and the whole time I was like laying there in total, like I was so worried. But I'm happy to say that everything was fine. The babies were measuring where they were supposed to be, and the heart was beating strong. On that day, on Friday, baby A was like 163 and baby B was like 152 or something like that, and they were fine. They did notice there were two like small areas near the sacs. They didn't quite diagnose me with the subchorionic, but that's what they say they think it is, and they told me that I should just take it easy and things like that. And so the spotting had actually stopped before I even got called back into the ER. So I kind of was like relieved that I wasn't a constant spot. It didn't turn red or anything. So at that point I was feeling very confident. The cramps had kind of slowed down, and they just basically told me that it's good to get rid of that old blood. It's not good to stay in, and the old blood irritates the uterus. So that's what was causing the cramping. So everything was fine. That from that point on, I was just told to take it easy. So on Saturday and on Sunday, I did nothing except laid it either on the bed or on the couch. Monday, I had another scare. I woke up Monday like about 3 in the morning bleeding red. So, and I was, at that point, I was like really freaking out because you don't want to see red when you're pregnant. So I laid back down. I put on a pad so that I can measure, monitor how much was, actually coming out, and it never really soaked the pad. And that kind of was a little bit of comfort, a little. And I wasn't cramping. I had no pain. I had no back pain. I had no cramps. So I was like, okay, maybe this is just, I didn't know what the hell to think, but I didn't want to go to the emergency room and sit there all day when I knew that my doctor's office would open 6 hours later at 9 o'clock. So anyway, I called the doctor, and they got me in that same day. I called them at 9, they had me in at 1. I go and I get a pelvic exam, which cervix was closed. He did notice that there was some bleeding, and at that point the blood had turned brown. It had like turned brown, and it was like almost like not even a spot. It was just like basically only on the tissue, not even making it to the panty liner. So anyway, we started with the pelvic, and he said, yes, I do see the bleeding. They did culture. They did, you know, to test for infections and STDs and all that. Then I got another ultrasound. And once again, everything was fine. Those spots that they saw in the ER were gone, so I'm assuming that Monday I bled those spots out because there was a little bit of clots in with it. Hope it's not TMI, but if you're watching this, then you're interested about pregnancy and everything is not just roses and peaches. You know, there is some grimy stuff that goes with it. But anyway, there was a few clots in there, so, you know, we're assuming that I just passed it because the doctor saw nothing. There were no abruptions from the sacs and everything. They were attached to the uterus firmly, and the babies measured on Monday 8 weeks in 1 day. I was 8 weeks in 1 day, so both babies measured right on target. The heart rate jumped. One was 173 or 189 and something like that. I have it written down. I haven't, you know, I don't remember what it was. But they were fine, and I actually got to hear the heartbeat, and I was, that in itself, that's a whole nother video. That was very, very, very touching. I didn't cry, but I just smiled, like literally, like, you know, not like that, but, you know, I was smiling, and then the inside I was smiling, so I was very happy about that. So, everything is fine with me and babies. They're doing good, and the spotting had, like I said, it had stopped before I even got really to the doctor. So, there's no bleeding and anything, and I've just been told to just be easy and try not to irritate the uterus for a while. Then, I was told not to have sex I had to be 3 days without any spotting, you know, in order to resume sexual activity. Other than that, I'm free to move about, and so that's that. New symptoms with me, there aren't any. I mean, I'm not sick. I'm not tired. My boobs don't hurt, so I'm just like breezing through there. I don't know if you can see it. You probably can't, but I'm starting to like break out with these like little bumps on my forehead. And none on my face, just on my forehead. And I usually don't get, you know, acne on my forehead. I usually get it on my face, but now it's up here. Other than that, I'm still urinating more than often, depending on how much liquid I drink, which I have been drinking this thing every day. It's 72 ounces, so this is actually a little bit over the 8 glasses they want you to drink a day. So I'm drinking that, plus juice and other stuff like that. And that's it. I'm just taking it easy, trying to relax and take it day by day. My next appointment is December 23rd for my nuchal scan. And that's when they measure the skin folds behind the baby's neck to check for like genetic defects, you know, Down syndrome and stuff like that. So, and I'll be 11 weeks at that point, so that'd be kind of exciting to get that, you know, more in-depth ultrasound. They're gonna look more like babies than, you know, the little tadpoles they look like now. So I've kept you guys over 8 minutes. I do apologize for those who don't like watching long videos, but hey, I had a lot to say, so I said it. So I'm gonna go finish doing my homework and get ready for my finals, and I'm cooking, making my husband a pot roast with root veggies in it and some green beans and all that jazz. So, and I'm really not feeling up to it, but hey, I gotta do what I gotta do, right? So take care, you guys. Be safe, and I will see you next week for week 9. Bye.